Hey there, I'm Brittany Flammer. Welcome to my channel. Today is a weekly check-in for my budget for July. This is week 2. I've got my budget pulled up here. I used to have the transactions up here, but I moved them, fiddling around with it. So every time I make a purchase, I put in the transaction right here. So these are all last week's, and I've got this week's added in. But I'm just going to go through and filter by each category that I have spent money in. So I'll start with my fun money, and I spent $8. So I'm going to come up here and I'll enter in my fun money, $8. How often do you spend exactly $8 at Amazon? That's like never, or exactly rounded to the dollar. Okay, so my funny money, we'll deselect that. Now we'll go to miscellaneous. And if I select that, it will do the sum for me right here, $17.77. So this is photos and prints for our girls' room and a car wash. So I could pull this out of our house updates. I could pull this out of our car maintenance, but I'm just gonna go with miscellaneous now. $17.77. You can see that I already have some numbers entered in from last week. I will just update them as they change. So now medical. Okay, we've maxed out our flex spending. So medical we're paying out of pocket. So $24.93. Got a sinking fund for this right here. So $24.93. So now I started off with $525. We added $200 for the month. We've now spent $24.93. So we have $700 left in medical. Deselect medical. Now we'll go to kids money, $740. This is from payday for our kids, and that was from last week. I already entered it. That means we forgot to do payday this week. My kids, not very many of them marked off their chart, but we forgot. So that means next week it'll be a lot higher because we'll pay for 2 weeks instead of just one. Kids extracurricular. This one's been getting higher and higher, all for soccer registration and uniforms, things like that. $457. So this comes out of our kids extracurricular. So I had $382 last week, but we've had a new expense, so I'm just going to type in the current total, $457. Moving on to the next category, house updates. $15.98 at Costco. We purchased some totes. We're building a new garage, so we're reorganizing our current garage, and I just bought 2 totes to see how many would need and would fit in our garage. So the future we'll spend a lot more, but for now, $15.98 for house updates. And we are actually spending a ton. We're adding on a garage right now. So we have like a $40-something thousand budget, and I am keeping that totally separate. So at the end of the month, I'll just, because we have so many transactions going on, I will add that up and add that in here at the end of the month because I'm keeping a spreadsheet just for the garage. House maintenance. Add all that. This is plants for the yard, chicken feed, curtain. Oh, this was Amazon Prime Day. We got a curtain rod I've been looking at was on sale, and then we've been wanting a dehydrator because ours broke last year, so we bought it when it was on sale on Prime Day. And then stuff from Lowe's. I don't even know what. Total there, $352.54. So let's go to house maintenance, update it. So, we've gone over $7. Oh, that's because I did not mark that we've already put the 75 in. So we only have 67 left in there. Deselect house maintenance. Now moving on to groceries. I try to grocery shop 1 day a week. So you can see this was all from like last week and I did terrible. I went to the store so many times. This was week 2 and it's much better. I had one main grocery trip to get our groceries. This was an Amazon purchase on Prime Day for toilet paper, paper towels, but that comes out of my grocery budget because I combine those things. And then this, we had to stop and pick up some bread for something we were going to. So I couldn't buy it with our regular grocery trip. So just doing one grocery trip a week saves so much. So I spent, how much did I spend? I spent $226 on lots of little trips as opposed to 116 on one big main trip. So let's add up. Total here's 378.59, and I've already added that in, 378.59 there. So I have 302 left on groceries for the last 2 weeks because I went over the first week. But now let's move on to gas. We have 118.35. So we've got $106 left from our budget for gas. Entertainment, $630 from the library for overdue fines. I added that in last week. Yep, right there. Okay, so let's go back. Select entertainment, eating out. 2 trips to Costco for hot dogs. My husband took a couple kids, and then we all went that time for hot dogs and the drink. $16.48. That's what happens when you are working outside on house projects all day and don't want to come in and cook at night. Next category, clothing. This was Amazon Prime Day. My husband bought a few shirts. $39.35. Whoops, wrong number. $39.35. So now I've got 98 left there. So I'll leave this right here so I can continue to add expenses as I spend them, and then I'll add them here for the next week. If you want to see how I budgeted for the beginning of the month, check out my video up there. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching. See you in the next video.